Welcome to the Th3Lab podcast. It's the usual niggas. Say hello, niggas.
Yo,
What's good?
what was it, episode 24?
24.
Shout out Kobe.
Shout out Kobe, dog. Yeah.
That's the Kobe app. We gotta go crazy because it's the Kobe
Hey,
app.
it's the Kobe app. Let's get
81
it.
point episode.
81 point episode. Oh no.
Shit. What y'all was on for the fourth?
Shit. Motherfuckers outside. That's what motherfuckers on for the fourth.
Yeah, I was outside that whole weekend.
I was fake outside for like half the weekend. Not actually on the fourth, though. I didn't even have to go nowhere. I could see fireworks literally in every direction of my crib from the roof. That shit was decent as fuck.
Hard.
Shit, fucking Nashville was packed, bro. They had it felt like 1 million people just downtown for their fireworks show. Like, that shit was insane.
But yeah, I seen the bars was fucking packed on
The bars was packed like a motherfucker on Broadway.
Zach Story.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I didn't see or hear no fireworks, and I'm very happy about that. Shit.
Wow.
I was in fucking
Where the fuck was you at?
I was in Ensenada, Mexico. And that shit, them niggas,
They don't give a fuck about July 4th.
They don't give no fuck about that shit. They don't give no fuck about Americans, none of that. That shit, Mexico beat my ass, so I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Them niggas.
No, that shit add up on your body.
Bro, let me just run through the bottle count, bro. That shit was insane, bro. So, Friday, I was there Friday to Tuesday. No, to Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Friday, motherfuckers had a gallon of Don Julio. Saturday, we went to the club. We had 6 bottles at the club. Sunday, motherfuckers had 4 bottles. Like, gee, this shit, and all of it is tequila, bro. Like, oh my God, I was getting my ass beat. I slept probably a total of 6 hours the whole weekend, bro.
What the fuck?
You wild as hell. That shit lit though. What you call it?
I would have needed a day of rest.
Your story or not story? Your post this morning. That shit was lucky right with the fire on the bar.
Yeah.
That shit was lucky lit. I like that.
Bro, that shit was really cool. I ain't gonna lie, they got their clubs really fun, bro. Like, cause they got people. Like, it was one club we went to. They got people who walking around whose job is to get everybody lit. Like, they got a bottle with them, and they got a whistle, and they trying to get motherfuckers drunk.
I fuck with that. They be
That's
missing
hard.
that. They miss that here. Like, they be trying to keep it cool and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be turned. When I do go to the club, we might just be all the way turned this bitch. And people don't be there with their phone just like out the whole time, trying to like catch every moment. Like, motherfuckers just be.
So
Dancing and shit. Motherfuckers be dancing.
that's kind of like how like Latin sports is as well. You know how like you see like a baseball game or a soccer game, it's 10 times way more lit than you see a U.S. soccer game or a U.S. baseball game or whatnot. You be like, all right, it's cool, but you go over there, it's lit, bro. They be like really into it, like it's life and death over there.
They ass got instruments and shit. They going crazy, like.
They be having fire in the stands, all types like. It's
that
really
fire's so
crazy.
cool.
Getting the
bro.
torches.
I ain't
They
gonna
be like in certain in certain countries, it's like certain people can't come, like kids and women and stuff like that can't come to some of these stuff because of how like crazy they be at the events.
Yeah,
bro.
people be getting their ass beat. I'm pretty sure people died there a couple times. Like,
Most likely. I wouldn't be shocked.
I ain't gonna lie. The 4 a.m. taco spot in Mexico is busting, bro.
Nah, that shit probably hit different.
That 4 a.m. drunk shit in Mexico, bro. And there's so many, bro. It's tacos everywhere. Like, anywhere you go, there's tacos.
Tacos.
If you think about it, like a taco is like the easiest little meal you could ever make.
It's like a
meat
Mexican
and a
glizzy.
tortilla. Pause.
Dog. It is a Mexican glizzy,
it is
though,
a
bro.
Mexican
Low-key a
glizzy,
Mexican
bro.
glizzy.
Not
what
a
it is,
taco as a Mexican glizzy. Hell no, bro.
It pretty much is though.
Oh, shit.
It's meat and a wrap.
Meat, wrap, and sauce. That's literally what it is. No cap.
That's insane.
Meat wrapped in wheat.
Let's get into something good. Can you cuff a shorty that fucked your homie previously?
Y'all niggas came to pod today. All right. See, it's tough, but I'm conflicted because okay, it depends. One, did I know bro smacked her shit before I cuffed or no?
Yeah, you usually we all usually
you
know.
Because I'm saying,
because you gonna bring her up to the guys, or like you gonna see each other in the lights, like your homie gonna find out eventually. I feel like.
See it.
Yeah.
If I knew before, I probably can't. Just our strength of, I just don't want him having that intimate knowledge of my shorty. Like, I don't want him knowing what my shorty shit like. You feel me? Like, I don't want to be able to have a discussion about my shorty coochie, bro. I don't want to do that.
I respect that, but what has been years though? Say just simplicity reasons. Say he done cracked 2015. It's 2025 right now. So you say
I think the statute of limitations has passed on that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like but if you are all right, so what's in the statute of limitations then?
That coochie ain't the same no more after 10 years.
It's a lot of factors, because it could be like a 10-year difference. It could be like you was in a different phase of life, like y'all went to college together. Like,
yeah, honestly, college is tricky because it's like, you feel me.
Yeah.
You can
a lot of people fucked a lot of people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't no, you know what I'm saying?
And then you got also, next question is, shorty, was she just fucking your man, or she was in a relationship with your mans and they was fucking?
Yeah, if there's a relationship,
yeah, you can't do it, right? Yeah, it's no go, right?
Yeah,
okay, so it's just typical. They just cracked and that was it. And
y'all could have maybe even been fuck buddies, maybe. But like fuck buddies or less. Fuck buddies or less.
There's a problem with that. Because that means that if y'all was fuck buddies, I mean y'all fucked consistently, which means that some of the shit you doing right now, you probably learned from him, and that's just nasty. I don't like that. I don't like that.
My mind don't connect those type of dots.
Big pause right here. If I get the fucking a shorty, and I'll be like, damn, Josh taught her this shit. Like,
You
need hope. I think you need hope.
Oh, yeah.
If that thought comes to your mind,
John, so you saying you've never been having sex and it's going so crazy in your mind. You like, how she learned this?
No,
you've never.
I'm not saying you imagined like her previous nigga like doing it, but you definitely had a thought like,
bitch, what you
learning? Going crazy like. She ain't just learned this from nowhere.
That is not the thought at all that comes to my mind, bro.
What comes to your mind?
I don't care. I'm just glad that it's great. I don't give a fuck how it got there, bro.
He be lost.
I'm so glad I'm here, baby. Let's get
all right, look, we here. I don't give a fuck about all that shit before. That ain't me.
Nah, no cap. I feel that though. I feel that because like motherfuckers be asking the question like, what if you found out your shorty that you was really fucking with had hella bodies? It's like, come on, bro. The shit she doing
really. That's a different question.
I honestly prefer she have some bodies.
You and me both. Fuck.
Get that shit out the system. I don't care.
Yeah, you feel me? Like the shit you doing, I like it, and you learned this somewhere. Like, come on, let's be realistic. Like, you ain't learn that shit out of the blue, motherfucker. You had some practice somewhere.
I like a motherfucker that's been in the gym. You know what I mean? Nobody wants a weak ass nigga.
Yeah, I'm not Bob the Builder. I can't.
Nobody likes that pro shorty type shit. Like, what is it? Like, I remember I was coming up to Chicago one time from Nashville, and I slid on this shorty, and I was like, why am I here? Like, you literally wasted like an hour of my life of like just being here total, like the drive and everything. Like, I'm just like out of it. Like, bro, you was talking all this shit. Like, and you know what really pisses me off, bro? Cause I'm a fucking
what grinds your gears, Q?
So, what grinds my fucking gears? She was talking mad shit. Like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. I got this. I'm like, got there, bro. I'm like,
you thought it was gonna be something special.
You thought you was gonna get slutted out, folks.
I thought I would get slutted out, bro. I'm like, I'm ready for this. I'm down with all the kinky shit. Let's get it. No.
She was not with that.
No, I was ready to take my ass home after 5 minutes, dog.
Oh, fucking dude.
Hey, Shorty was so pissed, bro. Shorty was so pissed. She's talking about, where are you going? Home? Fuck out of here. I'm gonna just
get back on the road before dark.
Before I get too tired.
All right, I'm gonna fuck.
Yeah,
with you.
because if I lay down, then I might fall asleep.
See, that's the last thing that needs to happen. Because what if Shorty hit me with the, oh yeah, my shit's so good, put the nigga to sleep? No, Shorty, nigga ain't even close to that.
You're not lying. Hey, I went to sleep because I was already tired.
I'm not gonna hold you,
Oh
folks.
my
I got put to sleep before, and that shit was hectic, bro. That shit.
I mean, bro, every woman put to sleep before, for
Bro,
real.
That's a good sleep. Shit.
That's a good ass sleep.
Good
You
sleep.
don't even remember falling asleep, but I just woke up the next day. Like, the fuck happened?
I woke up and the birds was chirping and shit.
Confused.
Hey, to be
Bet you felt
completely
amazing though.
to be completely wild, I done cracked the Shorty, fell asleep. I kid you not, probably like 5 minutes later, butt ass naked. I was in.
I ain't gonna lie. I like that sleep. That's the best sleep.
It was a cool sleep, bro.
That's it. Your body like
Hell no.
that's the best
Yeah,
sleep,
the
bro.
butt ass naked sleep. Top three for sure.
That's how you know
It's
you
like
had
the
a great
best
fucking
feeling,
night.
dog.
That's how you know you had a great fucking night. Oh shit, Paige just walked in this bitch. Hold on.
Uh-oh, gang.
Oh
Shit,
no.
Lethal shooter.
Hold on, that bro gets settled in, you know what I'm saying? He look like he done in the mission.
Yeah, his ass was. He said 15 minutes. That shit took 40. His ass was ripping and running.
Nigga talking about hella red lights.
So there was a John. You want to explain the Trick Daddy clip that's been going around?
Do y'all want to see it also, or
If you send me the link, I could screen share. But you can start explaining why you do that.
So he was on the radio with Angela Yee, Charlemagne, and I guess he's saying, instead of divorcing my wife, I'd rather her just have a little boyfriend on the side.
I'm guessing this caused a little uproar on Twitter.
I think I saw this on Instagram, honestly.
Whole time. If this is your partner for the shorty who you want to live this experience with forever, bro, like
I get it.
I be having this same conversation about cheating. Like, if your shorty cheat for realistically, would you leave? Like this your man's for real. Like you love her, bro. You never want to let her go.
I feel like it depends on like everything that goes into the decision process that made this happen. Like, did you like? How far did you plan it? Was it spur of the moment? Was it about? I want to say there's valid reasons, but there's reasons for me that I would probably be more understanding than others. So it's really like it's really a case by case thing.
Like Josh was saying, this your life partner. Y'all relationship isn't always gonna be the same throughout this whole life. So it's times where that might be the best thing for y'all to keep the relationship healthy to an extent.
See, but this is the problem.
But why stay in that relationship? I'm sorry, I couldn't just stay in a relationship, not friendship, a relationship, and my significant other is out here cracking another nigga every night or every week or whatever. Fuck no. Got me fucked up.
Well,
I don't care if I'm I don't care if
you
I don't
can
care
do
if
the
I'm
same.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100. I could be dead. I don't know.
What if you like how she make the bed? Like you like how she like
make
how
the
she
bed.
cook.
Fuck, I don't
Like,
give a fuck.
There's more to y'all relationship than just cracking, like all the other stuff.
Right, it's so much more than just having sex, bro. It's so much more.
And especially if y'all got
You're
kids
right.
too,
That
you already got this good dynamic.
What if y'all got a kid and y'all married and she says either like we both date outside of our marriage, or we can get divorced and split this whole shit up.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't want to split the shit up because the thing is, y'all date outside y'all shit, and who knows at a certain point that love may rekindle, bro. And then now it's just you feel me.
No.
That's what I'm
What if
saying.
you don't, and then you Will and Jada.
I mean,
now you out here looking like Will Smith every night. Boy, shorty ass on the fucking red table talk, putting all your business out there. Tell all her little friends.
No. See, Will Smith is allowing that shit to happen. He needed to play it for them. He's allowing that. But you telling shorty straight up,
you allowing a nigga to crack your shorty though.
That's what it
shit.
is.
All right.
Nah. It's boundaries, bro. You got really what it is. You got to set the boundaries of how that's gonna look. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you set those boundaries, then it's like okay. now you can play within the confines.
But it
that
always
you
goes
create.
back to
But if
the.
you don't
It
have no
always
boundaries-
goes back to the one thing: someone is going to catch feelings and all of that shit, whether it's her or the nigga she fucking.
You're dating.
And
You're
like,
supposed
bro,
to catch
I ain't
feelings.
I ain't want
Yeah,
some
it's
little
okay.
nigga coming around my kid, especially if we got kids. I don't want the little nigga around my little homie.
No, like y'all
Then
are
that's
just
just-
dating. Y'all are not like looking to progress it into a committed relationship. You are simply allowed to go out on your Saturday night and go on a
just
date
wild out.
and do
gets-
whatever you do, and
Bro,
then you come
it
back.
gets-
That
home.
just sounds like some wild shit.
And then
I don't know. I think you gotta have that conversation
like
up
the-
front, low key. Like
that's the ultimate life.
The older you
partnership,
get, the
bro.
more reasonable shit like that
Yeah.
starts to be.
that's really
that's
what it
really
is.
what
You
it
don't
is.
have that
Yeah.
mindset. Like, nah,
Because
dog.
then it's like you realize the value of that person, so you feel me. You become more accommodating for them. Type
You
shit.
right on that aspect.
Yeah.
Shit. I as of right now, if my shorty said, "Hey, I want to fuck with other niggas, but I love you," no, you gotta.
Toxic.
What can you say?
Masculinity.
Would you rather she say
Talking
that
about,
or
Hey,
cheat
I
on
love
you?
you too,
Or
but
just cheat on you?
bye bye, shorty. Like,
Right.
Would you rather she tell you that or just
No,
cheat on
I
you
respect her
without
telling
saying
me
nothing?
that. The relationship just have to be over from there.
I feel that.
Yeah, true.
I feel like you just saying that now, bro. And in the situation, it's not as cut and dry as that, bro. It's mad gray area, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially if you
that-
love her. For
If
real.
you
Bro,
really love
you,
her,
I
bro.
mean, you talk
Shorty
to
been
hey,
there for-
ask me
Shorty
when I'm
been
probably
there
in my
when
like
it
in
was-
my older stages when I'm like my kid is old as hell, I'm old as hell or whatnot. Then I probably got a different response because I'm not gonna go back into the game and whatnot and trying to fight all these shorties and whatnot. It's not the same. But as of right now, I can do what the fuck I want. So why would I put up with that?
Yeah. I mean, that's valid as of right now. for
I mean,
sure.
as of
That's
right now,
valid.
or in my 30s.
Oh.
I know for a fact I wouldn't do that. And I mean, life's too short for all that as well, though. I mean, but to each his own. Whatever is going to better my life at the end of the day is what I'm here for.
Way to save that, bro. To each his own.
Man.
So y'all all seen the clip of that going around of Shorty talking about being a submissive woman.
Yeah, I have seen that.
Why do people love? I'm trying to understand why people love that so much. Like why that is such an appealing
Wait.
thing.
What was you talking about?
She is basically saying that like
Man.
she wakes up every day and pretty much like goes 110% hard to please her nigga in every way possible.
Shout out to her.
See, this is the thing.
It sounds like these niggas want pets.
That's what
Slave.
And not wives and
So
girlfriends.
they trying to get some like
No.
50 Shades of Grey.
This
type
is
shit.
they want super pets.
Nah, I feel like it's more so just like realistically. I feel like most people just trying to find somebody to fill that void. You feel me? Like it's a void that motherfuckers got, and the shit she's saying does sound like she feels it. Like it feels like her as a person, you probably would be very comfortable around her. You'll probably be very, you feel me, feel free around her. You can feel like you'll be her yourself around her. And I think that's really what motherfuckers is looking for, more so than somebody who's necessarily submissive. But also, it is a group of niggas who want somebody who's submissive because I think some of them realize that the person that they are isn't strong enough to hold certain types of women. So they need somebody who they can feel like they can control because they don't feel like they have the strength or the all the intangibles that can keep somebody
I agree
there
with that.
with them type shit.
Yeah. Damn.
So I mean, I think it's two sides of the coin. Like, but I ain't gonna lie though. Like the shit she was saying is like, damn, I would love if my shorty did that. What the fuck? Like, I come home, I get some food. Like,
I mean, who wouldn't love that shit? But it's just like also at the same time, like you don't have no drive and aspiration. Like,
But some
To
people
do
have
shit
that, like,
else.
but it also goes back to like how were they raised type shit though as well. Like how like maybe her mama was like took care of everything at home, so dad go out do what he needs to do, make the money, do X, Y, and Z, come back home, take care of the family type shit, and you do the other shit.
I mean, that's some real patriarchy type shit.
Bro, that's a 1950
It is
shit.
100%. I mean, I agree 100%. I'm just speaking like just from different points of views and whatnot. I love to be a stay-at-home dad. Shit, shorty come home bringing in that big bag and whatnot. You want me to pick up the kids? You want me to cook something? Yeah.
He said,
Nah, no
Yeah, I
cap.
gotta read bedtime stories to the kids.
I don't think anybody would be mad at being a stay-at-home partner.
But it's all about like,
Yeah.
are you
Man or
like
woman.
it's all about now. It's like we go back to like the effort. Are you putting in like your 100%? If I'm putting my 100% doing what I'm supposed to be doing, are you doing your 100% on your responsibilities? Doing what you're supposed to be doing, just going from there. Especially if we already mutually agree on everything. It's like, all right, cool. But if I'm like, yo, I need your ass to be at work, and you're like, no, I'd rather be at home and blah blah blah, and it's like, all right, we had that conversation.
See, I feel like this whole submissive thing has taken like a term that it really could be a very different scenario. Because like realistically, if you had a shorty who was like, I feel like the true meaning of not necessarily submissive but femininity is like women in a relationship really lead while the man, it looks like the man is leading, but really the woman is the one calling the shots from behind.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like really realistically, like she's the one who's guiding the man. You see what I'm saying? Like she's giving you guidance. She's giving you her perspective. So it's like, I think that's what like that woman role is really raw as hell to me, because it's like, wow, it may appear that I'm the one in the lead, I'm the one making the decisions. Really, you're the one who's giving me guidance. So who's really making the decisions?
What they say,
You know what I'm saying? You're the one who's
wife,
telling
happy
me.
life.
No, I don't know.
He's sick as hell.
I don't necessarily believe in that, but I do feel like it should be. I do feel like it should be like some type of even. I don't necessarily believe in the happy wife, happy life thing, because then that implies that the man's perspective doesn't matter, man. I don't believe in that.
I mean,
But is that not the truth?
Yeah.
look,
You trying to pot that?
Pot or not.
Does the man's
But all right. But here's the thing, though.
Really mean
I
that
truly
Does
I
it
truly
really
believe
matter?
The woman is probably one of the most powerful, like probably the most powerful being on earth, though. Like they have like the most power, because what do most niggas out here doing? They doing this for shorties, bro. They out here flexing for shorties. They out here getting in the bag for the shorties. They out here doing X, Y, and Z for the shorty. Hey, you do this. She's telling me to do something. Oh, I'm gonna do it because that's my shorty. Blah blah blah. All right, whatever. I can't say no to her. Blah blah blah. Whatever the case may be. So I mean, yeah.
You ain't lying.
I mean, it sounds like the dude's already submissive then.
That's what I was thinking about, because I feel like to be in a good relationship, the nigga almost has to be in more of a submissive mindset than the woman does.
Yeah.
Learn about that.
I think really it comes down to being submissive about what. Because I think when people think of submissive, they thinking about doing shit around the house, they thinking about cooking, cleaning, that type of shit. But I don't think submissive is only limited to that.
I think submissive is a terrible, using like submissive and like those type of words in describing relationships is why it's fucked up in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't necessarily. I don't think it's about being submissive, bro. Like that's not what it's about. Like
it's like it's about
Submissive
it's
is
about filling the gap. All right, boom. So since we on that, how y'all feel about everybody talking about, well, not everybody, but like the narrative of the 50-50 relationship versus the man pay everything type shit?
I think realistically, you should do whatever you can do. If you can afford to pay all that shit within reason, then pay all that shit. If y'all gotta split that shit, then split that shit.
I'm saying, if I'll get into some shit that you can maintain.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Don't.
Literally.
I would say, don't date outside of your pockets, bro. If a shorty is used to,
I would say I feel like you can,
but that can only last for so long, though.
but you just can't lie or try and flex about how much money you can't front about like where you are, because then you're not gonna be able to keep it.
It's
up.
like saying.
But if you live within your means, you can still live within your means and show somebody that's rich in good ass time.
100%. But it's just going back to being like what you're saying. Like you just gotta be honest at the end of the day. Cause say she's trying to spend X amount a week, you ain't gonna be able to keep up with that, because your ass trying to live some lifestyle you can't maintain, bro.
Well, I mean, I think it's like embedded in us to not feel like it doesn't feel good when you say that I can't afford that shit right now. But once you get out of that mindset of not feeling bad about saying like I'm not trying to spend that right now, then that shit makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, and the whole time, if she's understanding in that makes you fuck with her even more too. Cause
And
like,
if she don't understand you, then you like fuck her. Like,
yeah, cause not I feel like you being more considerate of me. You feel me?
Life, happy life.
Boom. Let's get it.
full
We'll
circle
circle back.
moment.
That's saying, bro.
I hate that saying, bro. I hate that.
Though. Even on our TV shows with kids, though, they'll say that up in the show, though. They're like, oh, you got to keep the wife happy, da-da-da. They just kept subliminally putting it up in there. Then you get, you like, damn, they weren't lying, though. But,
But was they not lying, or were they programming us to think that?
probably program.
It was definitely programmed. Cause ain't nobody telling women to keep your nigga happy. Ain't nobody saying that. Or what to do to keep your nigga happy.
Not
Yeah,
anymore.
I would say they do.
Then they got rights. and
Somebody
shit.
they got.
Oh, that's what the programming was before.
Yeah.
See, it's tricky. That shit tricky, bro. Honestly, I feel like it's just about filling the gaps, bro. Whatever gaps, if a nigga got gaps and Shorty really fuck with him, she should fill them gaps. If she got gaps, then and he
Here's the
really
thing:
fuck with her, he
everybody's
should
gonna
fill the
have
gaps that
gaps.
she got.
It's like, let's just make sure we compliment each other. At the end of the day, we here for a good ride.
Yeah,
And
that's
go
all
from there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Shit. What we got?
All right, let's see. All right, so, all right, I was
Well,
thinking about.
before you start that, why don't we formally introduce Jermaine?
Yeah. All right, shit. Most of y'all probably know my bro is Pager, you feel me? He created these beautiful paintings on the wall. Bro ass do all that shit. But shit, his ass always had very interesting opinions on shit. No cap. And shit, I'm definitely glad to have her on, no cap.
Much love, bro.
My
You feel
boy.
me?
How's his wife been?
Man, that shit been, shit just got decent, bro. It been a little low, but that's what happens when you relocate and shit.
Yes,
So I had to get over that hump. But niggas back up though. We cool now.
I love you,
Found
my
out.
boy.
That is great to hear.
Yes,
And for
sir.
those that are unaware, he is a photographer in San Francisco right now.
Badass
That's
photographer
the day job.
out in San
Book
Francisco
him.
right
That's
now.
the day job.
My boy asking for them premium prices because you're getting premium motherfucking content from him.
He
boy.
also a DJ. We'll throw the link to the mixes in the
Damn, much love.
in the bio. Yeah, my shorty stay listening to the mixes like all the time. Every time we get in the car, she get on the aux. We put that shit on.
Yeah, that's
That is
tough.
tricky, bro.
That's tough. Shit.
That's
I'll
hard.
be listening. What y'all want to hear next?
You gotta talk to her. She really she listens to like R&B and shit. I'll just be listening to it when she puts it on.
I bet. Cause I'm gonna definitely. I got some shit that's gonna drop soon. I'm just lazy, bro. I hate recording. That shit take a minute.
She gotta get in the habit of doing it. That's
know,
the biggest thing.
Shit, I'm gonna convert to a house DJ though. Throwing that Drake on.
We finna start doing some boiler room type shit.
Oh God, that's what's next.
Shit, might as well.
Oh, bro, that's the future.
Hey, so I was thinking about this shit in Mexico, folks, and I feel like I've gained a different perspective. So, do y'all think America really is the land of opportunity?
Yes.
If you have money already.
No,
Yeah,
no,
okay.
no, it's not. It's
That's
not
the
about
only
if
stipulation.
you have money. It's about who do you know. Because who do you know can turn into you having money. I could be broke as shit right now, but if my neighbor a millionaire and I start networking with him, he put me on the game. I invest my time, my money that I've saved up to do X, Y, and Z. You never know where it goes from there.
You could do the same thing with money.
Nah,
I mean,
nah,
that
Use
is
the
a-
money
that
to
is a lot of
get to know
opportunity.
But
somebody.
it's the
I think the
knowledge,
fact that
bro.
we
It's
have,
the
like,
start
knowledge.
business
Knowing
and make
shit, what to
business.
do with your money.
You can get the
Not
knowledge with the money
necessarily,
though.
You can go in a Ponzi scheme and lose all your money. Then what? Just because I got.
You still get knowledge from that.
That Bernie
Yeah.
metal.
Now you know what not to do.
But if I knew what to do, I wouldn't be in this position.
I mean, you said it's who you know. The original person didn't know what to do with it to begin with. That's why they had to know somebody with some bread.
Hey, all I gotta say is no. You just need to network, bro. You need to network. Money, you do need to have money, but like networking,
Money and
I
networking.
feel like it's more important than just having money. Because I can have all the money in the world, but if I don't know what to do with the money, then how am I gonna make my money flip?
It definitely is network. I think it's both sides of the coin.
You need the money to get in the door. That's for sure.
But you can network
bro.
your way to
You
money
don't-
though.
I know so
You
many
can
broke
definitely
people
network your
who
way to
done
money.
like networked
Yeah.
with rich people and got
I mean,
rich
that's-
because they knew the rich people, bro.
Yeah.
Where they meet.
Cause that is the gag, bro. Cause in Mexico, bro, getting out of that shit is impossible, bro. They like average salary you getting $700 a month, $700 US a
That's
month.
wild as hell.
What
And
am I supposed to do with that, bro?
Exactly, bro. And their economy, it ain't like it's just rich motherfuckers walking around. They don't have an economy that, you feel me, that's that big. You feel me? So like for them, like it's just about, it's literally how we was talking about the NPC life, bro. Like you feel me? You grow up, get a decent job, get a girl, raise a family.
You're in
and that's
that
it.
cycle.
And then
You're in
your
the
kid,
system. You're doing what you see everyone else do. You are.
Is that doing what you're doing? Wait, is that doing what you see everybody else do, or is that living more true to nature?
Fuck no.
No,
That's an NPC ass
I
life.
see where you're going with it though. It can be like more so living toward nature though.
Because all this American shit where like you're trying to build up wealth and have multiple homes and fly all these places and visit all these places, that's not like a natural thing that any other species does.
Yeah, okay, they just be fucking eating and sleeping for that's it.
And prior to capitalism, they really didn't even do that. Like people stayed in the same place for the most part, and they wasn't just having houses all over the place. Like
Same
even the people that was rich was having their little fat ass estate. They wasn't owning 6 estates across the whole countryside.
I would say I don't think a nigga grew up wanting to sell souvenirs to feed his family, folk.
But maybe that's all he knew.
When
Though.
you think
But
about
maybe
it,
that's all he knew. I feel.
but when you
But did any of us grow up dreaming about doing anything labor related? Like was that ever like, oh well, I just want to go work for my life? Like even that is not natural. Having to plug into the system.
You know,
every day to
I
live.
ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, growing up, yes, I wanted to be in labor, some type of like work
For the money or to actually work?
Like my first one, obviously,
or
my
for
first
the
one
status, or for the status
like
that
outside of
position gives.
but
Most
outside of
times-
baseball, because I would have loved to play baseball. That would have been a dream job. But then outside of that, then I looked at maybe I wanted to be a lawyer. Maybe I wanted to do this. Maybe I wanted to do that. It's like, all right, just because like obviously it makes good money and whatnot, but it looks like a fun occupation that I can like do. Period. Like have fun with, do it for the rest of my life, and go from there with it. Like you tell me you was a kid, you was like I wanted to be this when I grew up. Like everyone.
Yeah, but it wasn't because I wanted to work. It's because I saw what that person either had or like where they were.
Touche. Okay,
Right, it was
I
the
respect
status
it.
that position gave that person. It was the how people viewed that person is the reason why you wanted
I
to
agree
be
with
that.
that. I agree
You see
with
what
that
I'm
as
saying?
well.
But going back to what John said, like when you think about it, that's low key a very simple life, bro. Like you feel me? I go make however much I make. I go to the crib. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my family at the crib. Like that's very simple. Like it's a very that. Honestly, that sounds like a relaxing life to have, bro. Being a businessman is so stressful, bro.
It sounds relaxing to be struggling selling souvenirs to feed
Who
your
said
family.
they was
Who said they were struggling?
Who said they struggled?
If
Just
they're
because
starving, that's a completely different thing. But if they're making, if they're able to live comfortably there because $700 there goes that much longer, then shit, go for that shit.
you see what I'm saying?
If it works, I guess that makes sense. I'm just not imagining niggas being comfortable.
But
selling
here's you know
souvenirs
what?
financially.
That's our mindset stuff.
You've been conditioned.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing. There's so many people out here. I'm cool making $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year. Working in corporate or working whatever I'm doing. For me, I want to make way fucking more, bro. I want to like making $70K ain't shit to me, bro. So I want to make 100. I want to make 150. I want to make 200. I want to make $1 million, whatever the case may be, bro. So many people out here are comfortable, and they aren't comfortable being uncomfortable, and that's why you have so many people that are like NPCs and whatnot, and just going through the motions on a day-to-day life. I feel like.
Call niggas
Bro, I've been living by the
Y'all
NPC
niggas
shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's low key disrespectful.
People do be NPCs. Like you just be walking around sometimes like his ass
Like,
is NPC.
like you telling me you ain't run to a motherfucker like
Not
you
a real
dumb
person.
motherfucker, bro. Like you like either dumb motherfucker or motherfucker who just don't do shit. Like, bro, you are literally going through the motions of life, bro. Like you don't want better for yourself. Like
You are going through the
like, come
motions
on,
of
guy.
life.
Like do something with your life. Like I feel like again, we
said do
all
something.
we all done made it to 24, 25, 26, whatever as old we all is. And we all made it from Chicago. You wasn't going to make it this old. And what you had to like go out your way. You had to be uncomfortable. You had to be comfortable being uncomfortable at the end of the day, bro. Like imagine Jermaine, bro. Is you going out of Cali if you was going to be comfortable for the rest of your life? Fuck no, bro. Your ass would be in Chicago. You took a whole fucking week, bro. Quay, your ass out in Cali, boy. Josh, you just got back to Chicago, boy. Like it's like.
Los Angeles.
And now you in LA. Like you literally was just in Mexico the other day. Shit. Fuck.
See, but it's tough. It's tough because like the niggas who we say NPC, bro. The amount of information they have available to them is very limited.
Nigga, that's why they like the little Easter egg side that shit. You bump into them, they send you to another level.
You doing little side quests and shit.
Hey, folks, swear to God, look, folks. I noticed one time when I was off shrooms, bro. If an NPC talk to you, folk, you just start leveling up. It's weird. I swear to God, I'm not lying. We was on the beach, and this nigga, folk, he climbed on top of the thing. He took our picture. He was like, "Oh, y'all a gorgeous group. We was 6 of us. We doing shrooms on the beach, deep as hell, folk." This nigga, he climbed to the top of the mountain and climbed back over to. Quay, you been to Black Sands? You know how you had to climb over that shit?
Yeah.
So dude got to the top, folk. A whale came by, splashed in the air, and this nigga took off his hat. The sun shined on him, then went behind a cloud, bro.
What? Sounds crazy.
That's what I'm saying, for. And after that, like I had a good ass month. Like January was crazy. I ain't never planned something like that. Just because dude was nice, that he came out that way and took a picture. And like, bro, he was on top of the mountain like this, fool. He had one of those. Steve,
A top hat.
Oh, dude.
And then the sun went away after that. I was like, bro, I'm like, this gonna be a good year. This on the first day of the year too, on January 1st, bro. So I'm just like, they do got a lot of information, folks.
They got information, bro.
So if they come out their way to talk to you specifically though, because they don't be talking to nobody, bro. You know how they be. They just be, just walking straight, not talking to nobody. So if they come out their way to talk to you, folks, it's just like, damn, they just low key just.
Trying to level you up, folks. Talk to the NPCs.
God.
Talk to
No. Let them talk to you. Don't talk to them. You gonna
Hey, shit. You have a random ass conversation with NPC like Grand Theft Auto or some shit, but like, what the fuck are you saying?
Nah, really.
Bro, all right.
Let's
Wait,
get into
real
some
quick
music.
before you.
After you say what you said, yeah.
What if you got an NPC that real life be coming up to you or walking by you, like that say some wild shit like they do on Grand Theft Auto? Bro? Like I wouldn't know how to respond.
Man, shit.
Nah, being that LA and probably in San Francisco too, motherfuckers be crackheads for. They be saying anything. I was driving for work today. I'm sitting in the car. I got the windows down. I smell the smell. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, is it a garbage truck around me or some shit?
No, what I'm saying.
It's a nigga walking across the street. My nose is instantly like, it's him. Like, your brain like, it's him. It's him, folks. I'm smelling this nigga from 15, 20 feet away, bro.
That's just wild as hell.
That shit fucked up.
Yeah, that shit bogus. I ain't gonna lie.
Come on,
That's America, bro.
Being out here, bro, like it's so weird, bro. Like being in San Fran or Oakland, it's like if you look on the streets, bro, it damn near feel like you in a third world country, bro. Like it's so much just poverty around you. But then when you go in the buildings, it's nice as fuck. It's like, bro, what is happening?
So since we're kind of on this topic right now, so one thing that kind of like just popped into my head, like you know how they're saying like everybody got 24 hours in a day is how you use it, like. Does everyone really got it 24 hours in a day? Like, can you really make some shit shake? Like how other people can make some shit shake in 24 hours? You can't do it, bro.
This is what I was saying from the earlier. Me and John was saying in the earlier episodes.
Everybody ain't got the same 24 hours, bro.
Everybody ain't got this because
some people don't even got 24.
everybody concerns is way different, bro. Like we was talking about this. We talked about this before, bro. That Maslow's hierarchy of needs, bro. Like if you worried about eating, sleeping, clothing, you not thinking about actualizing yourself, bro. You're not thinking about what I actually want in my life. You're not thinking about how to actually be a user of the system. You're not.
You can't even comprehend thoughts at that level. Like it's literally not even possible.
Right, like your daily thoughts is completely different, but you worried about your right here, right now. You can't think about a week in the future, a month in the future, a year in the future. You're not even worried about that. You worried about present moment.
I think that's also the issue right now. I mean, just period. So many people are so short term minded, and it's like that's going to. But that's going to impact your.
If you only have a paycheck, that
when you live in paycheck to paycheck, though, that's totally different. But at the same time, you still gotta have that long term mindset, bro. Because if you still living that short term, like I understand like don't get me wrong, I understand like the struggle and having to grind for that shit, bro. But if you continue to stay short term minded, do you not stay in that same place? Are you not running in place essentially?
But I'm saying if your problems are mad drastic and they short term, what else do I have to think about? I got hella problems right now.
I mean, more.
I can't. I literally, my paycheck only lasts till my next paycheck. I don't have a car, and the only thing that will help me elevate right now is if I got a degree, and I can't go to school because I don't have a car and I don't own a computer. Like, I don't have enough money to get a car.
How can I plan for the future with this? How can I? Like you started behind the 8-ball already. Like, you already
let you have a kid. They didn't even get to having a kid.
Now you're fucked.
Now you can't take no risk. If you got a kid, you can't take one risk at all.
I agree with y'all. It's like
it's fucked up.
Yeah.
That shit fucked up. When you see how the system working, bro, because it's conditioning your mind. Like your mind can think of any type of possibilities, but if you got certain problems, your mind can't be free enough to think of it.
Yeah,
you feel me? Because you don't control your thoughts. Your thoughts come from above. Your thoughts aren't you. You aren't your thoughts. You feel me? But the problems that's around you condition your thoughts to what you feel me. It could be limited to.
You say you aren't your thoughts.
I mean, depends on which part of you
you don't control what's
coming
in your
up
head,
with the
bro.
thoughts.
You don't, bro. When you have a genius idea, you didn't think of that shit. That shit just came right to you. You didn't have.
I did think of that.
I thought of that shit.
No, bro, it came from somewhere, bro.
You're talking about the separation between like your mind, your body, and your soul.
I don't have
That's
ideas just pop in my head. It'll be a train of continuous thought that I may be having over a series of time that I
so you never just have like
that aha moment.
But aha is it's coming from something. You're ahaing to something that you were thinking about, like aha, I figured it out.
It was earlier that day, last week, last month, an hour ago, 2 minutes ago. I was thinking of it earlier, and now I found the.
So that means you're telling me that you have complete control over the thoughts that's in your head. You can control exactly.
I have control over thoughts in my head. There are additional thoughts that may come in, but they are based off of other things that I'm already thinking being added together.
Shit, y'all niggas, y'all going crazy because the thoughts in my head, I don't control them, bro. I just know how to filter them bitches. I don't control nothing that's going on there. Okay.
I mean, you realize it's three beings in your head, right? Like your mind, your body, and your soul are three different things, and they all come up with thoughts. That's what you were talking to, correct? Or no?
Exactly, and you don't control that shit.
But you are all three of those things.
So subconsciously, you're
all
thinking
three of those
about
things
it.
together is you.
Exactly. Okay. But subconsciously, if you're thinking about it, you have no control over your subconscious, bro.
Now, if you program,
yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yeah, because you can, just like how you talk about speaking to yourself positively, or how y'all was talking about manifesting. You are controlling your subconscious thoughts because your subconscious thoughts are going to stem off of your conscious thoughts.
I agree.
Or is it the other way around? Is it your conscious thoughts stem from your subconscious thoughts?
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm making my head hurt on this.
I don't know.
Because we would have a conversation, right? And that would be conscious thought between us both. And then whatever we process from that conversation will be unconscious thought that may be working in your mind after the said conversation. which then leads you to a moment where you're like, aha, because your brain was working through that issue subconsciously, stemming from a conscious conversation
Exactly.
or action.
Your brain stemmed that subconscious thought, got you to the conscious thought. But
No, I'm saying it goes from conscious. It goes from a conscious thought or act to getting worked through in your subconscious to then being another conscious idea. Like the subconscious is the bridge between conscious things. So
Exactly.
It's like the chicken and the egg. Like there's no way to know.
And that's what I'm saying. That subconscious, bro, is like, yeah, you can give it. You can tell. You know what I'm saying? You can have topics for it to think about, but you don't control those subconscious thoughts. Like you can control the gist of them. Like if you have a positive mindset or if you have a negative mindset, that gives your subconscious more to work with. But you don't have any control over how your subconscious thinks or the ideas that it gives you. You see what I'm saying?
That's not true. That's not true because your subconscious could be making you anxious, but then if you take anxiety medicine and you're meditating and you're doing all these things, you're going to be able to change that.
But realistically, the anxiety medication, bro, is suppressing. You're not controlling it. You're just suppressing it. You're making it less.
You're addressing the chemical imbalance with the chemical.
Which isn't helping. That's not okay. Right.
Let's get into some music, bro. We've been in some deep shit all the whole first 45 minutes.
But
do y'all think Chris Brown is shadow banned? We did
our
investigation on it, and he didn't come up in the new music playlist. Was he in the top 100?
He was, but
No.
it's crazy. He wasn't in the top 100, but on Billboard, he has several singles that's in the top 100 right now.
Where do we check? Was this
You checked the Apple Music.
Y'all check the Apple.
Oh, that was Josh to check. Yeah, so he's not in the top 100 on nothing. He's not in the new music playlist, and I didn't see him on my timeline. I think I saw one person post like a song or album cover from him.
But I'm tweaking. I did listen to the album, and that shit was fire. I ain't gonna lie. He had a really good album. But like you're right. I haven't seen it nowhere. Like,
you think he's being blackballed by the label, or is it the combination of the label and the Rihanna thing still fucking up his numbers?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think the Rihanna thing is ever gonna just blow over. Like, he went too crazy. Like, you shouldn't go crazy at all. But he did.
He overdid it. Yeah.
Yeah, he overly did it. Like, you shouldn't do it at all. But he went over crazy. Like, I don't think that's ever just gonna blow over type shit.
Not blow over, but like forever have an impact on his ability to sell anything.
Actually, yeah, because especially like because I just like have had conversations with a few women about Chris Brown and shit, and like just that alone, it has in your mind that I don't fuck with him. Like, it don't matter what he put out, I'm not fucking with him. You see what I'm saying? And that the psychology of it all is really the tough part, because like if I have in my mind I'm not fucking with you, it don't matter what you do, I don't fuck with you. Like, that shit did.
Yes, I mean same thing with Tory Lanez. So
I have a question before I give my answer. Would you say this is like the first time since that incident has happened where there's like visible evidence of him being blackballed?
no, he's had low sales for like several projects. I don't think he's ever been like a very high selling like artist.
No, that's low key cap though. I don't listen to Chris Brown, but since we was young, bro, that nigga has always had at least 2 songs on the radio. Like, even now, like that shit he had with Gunna last year, that Heat song, folks, like that shit, niggas was blasting that shit. So it's just like he still be getting his plays and shit. And I really think that he probably shadow banned this time, bro. I think they're trying to prove a point for
But
real.
what point is trying to be proved?
Yeah,
Now.
Yeah, what part of that?
Yeah.
They're trying to prove that cancel culture real, folks.
Like,
I feel like cancel culture is
7 years
only
late.
achievable if you have the black population buy into it and remove that person from the culture.
Because it'd be 50-50. That's my timeline. All they was talking about was Chris Brown, bro. I'm like, damn, I ain't know y'all niggas rock with that nigga this hard. They was just, oh my God, this one of his best projects. I'm like, damn, what y'all be listening to?
I take that back. He does have high selling records. So the Chris Brown
He
album,
overtook Elvis, bro. He like the top artist on Billboard, like
Chris
ever.
Brown the album did 5 million worldwide. Exclusive did 2 million in the US. Graffiti did 360. Fame did 1 million worldwide. Yeah,
5 million is tough. I ain't gonna lie.
but this is his first deal since he's been like owning his shit, and that also goes into it. And that's a similar thing we saw with Kendrick Lamar's album falling off in the second week.
That makes sense.
Man, Kendrick album was full though. So. Yeah, that's it.
I didn't like that shit, bro. I don't like all
I'm
that.
never listen to it again.
It's
bro.
like his album. I've been thinking about it more. His album is almost trauma porn in the same way those slave movies are.
Niggas be overdoing it. Bro.
He makes music that makes white people feel like they're allies to me.
Oh God, because who gonna be in the front row at this? Who gonna be on the front row
I
at this tour?
respect it. I like that.
Them niggas. So.
I'm not
Them
going
niggas.
to a concert to hear this shit. I don't want
Not
to hear
us,
this.
bro. We're not in the
Only a white person can hear some of these songs and only take it as entertainment.
They're gonna be on pay that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like some of that shit was just way too deep, bro. Like it's too hard to listen to. Like that Cry Together song, bro. That shit is very difficult to listen to, bro.
That shit is traumatic. That shit is triggering for some people.
Yeah, he thought he was doing something, bro. Niggas want this a masterpiece. What? No shit, I don't know.
People say anything,
masterpiece.
but some people are saying that this was just his "fuck you" album because it was his last one. That's why it's not no videos or no like super push behind it.
I mean, he got beef with TDE.
He ain't got beef, but it's the last album. Like I'm done after this.
But that's what I'm saying. I want to see that as a fuck you album though, because they still fuck with him. Like, and he still fuck with them. So I want to say it's a fuck you album.
But the album, I mean, the label could have been like, shit. We've seen them time and time again, like with Post Malone's album, not pushing that shit. Like the album, the label will not push your shit to like lower your name before you go to your next shit.
But I'm saying realistically, who's lowering Kendrick Lamar's name? Like everyone knows Kendrick Lamar. Like there's no way to lower my name. Like
I think he just he ain't got much to prove, so he just dropped some shit, bro.
I'm right there with you.
What else could that nigga possibly do?
Drop another good album.
I was like, what was gonna be good this time though? Like he ain't dropping no shit. We was still in college.
He only has one classic album and 2 good albums, and the other 2 are mixtapes.
One? He's got 2 classic albums.
He never has 2 classics.
A lot of people don't call it To Pimp a Butterfly a classic, but you might be right if you're talking about.
Give me Good Kid, Mad City. That's a classic, boy. That shit.
I forgot that was out.
Some people would say he's got 3.
Yeah, I get that nigga.
So how many we saying Drake has then?
Damn, Drake only got 2.
2?
Oh God!
Classic album. All right, classic album from Drake. All right. We got Dan and then he's like Take Care for sure.
Thank you later.
Would you?
Thank you later.
So far gone.
Hey, I'm gonna stop fucking around. He got like 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say he got like.
Yeah. I like Views.
It's not a classic though.
He got 5, arguably 6.
Views was a classic, bro. The song that was on there.
I don't see Views as a classic, dog.
Views
I see it as a good album. I don't see it as a classic though. Like when you compare it to some of his other shit, I feel like I don't see it as a classic.
Did y'all fuck with Scorpion?
Yes and no. It had so many songs I didn't fuck with, but it had.
Hey, so that shit only hit because I got done 2 days before.
Yeah, that should have made that Drake hit different.
I'm saying, so when Jada came on, I was down.
Damn. That's pain.
The whole time,
he got sick, bro.
It's some albums that like you call classic just because like you didn't trauma bonded to that.
He said trauma bonded.
No cap, you went through some shit. And it's like,
you definitely talking your shit right now.
In this moment, this album was really speaking to me. Like,
no, that's real. That's real. Yeah, that's fucked up.
I feel like that's what a time to be alive. That's a trauma bond album for real. No cap.
In like a good and a bad way. Like.
That's college. Bro.
Hell yeah. Like, damn, this shit hit. But remember this?
That 56 Nights phone, that was a trauma bomb. So, like, that shit got me through it. Oh, God. That shit got me through it. All phases of life in college.
I'm doing the whole dance in this motherfucker.
No cap.
What you call it? Joey Badass got a couple singles out that's raw as fuck.
I can't do it.
Nah, I listened to him, bro. It sound like that 1999 shit.
Nah, he back on his shit again,
bro. Hey, that 1999 album, bro.
That's fire,
a classic.
Bro. That's classic. That's a classic.
That is a classic.
I remember whatever summer that was. That shit came out, bro. I remember on the train listening to that shit all the time. Like that was before I had a car, bro. I was all around the city on the train and the bus, bro. I was listening to that shit at all times.
Got the hits, bro.
I nigga was on the train like
2012 is when
Okay, I was on the blue line. On the blue line going to Wicker, bro.
that's a real classic.
He said Pennyworth.
That show was a amazing album. Hey, y'all gonna see that Thor movie?
I'm going on Saturday probably.
I'm cool on Marvel for.
Wow.
Why?
No lie, folks. Spider-Man for that shit let me down for it. Wasn't
I fuck with
I can't
Spider-Man.
do it.
The last Spider-Man? You ain't fuck with the Spider-Man?
Oh, you wild as hell.
I ain't gonna count.
Oh, you wild.
This
This
nigga
got
is
some hot
smoking dick,
I ain't
Your
gonna
Honor.
count. I'm not gonna lie, folks. When them niggas came out that portal, I'm like, damn, it felt good, but I'm like, what the fuck? Why would they do this, bro? It just felt weird. It felt like they just did it because niggas was tweeting about it, folks. Even though it was in the comic, but I'm like,
Well, I
damn.
feel like they did that shit.
Yeah, they
so
did it
long,
cold
though.
as hell, bro.
The presentation, I got goosebumps. I ain't gonna count, but it was like I watched that shit a second time. I'm like, damn, what the fuck was this?
Honestly, I
watched
don't
it
watch
second
Marvel movies like multiple times, honestly.
Don't do it, folks. You're gonna have a lot of questions, bro. Just don't watch it.
Talk about a lot
That's
of
how
questions.
we Endgame. I watched that shit 2 times in one
So that
week.
kind of goes back to like I
Made
forgot
mistake.
who was saying this. Someone was like, Marvel movie isn't real cinema or something like that.
Oh, that's
Yeah, how do y'all
Scorsese
feel
said
about
that
that?
shit.
Then?
Yeah,
Marvel
that's the fuck
movie
it
isn't
is.
real
Those
cinema.
movies are fucking insane.
It just-
But it's not
That's
just
some hate
Yeah,
ass
it
shit
just-
right there. I won't lie to you.
It really just be a bang bang shoot 'em up, bro. Like it's just mad explosions.
Right.
It's just
it's
mad
fucking,
explosions. Like it ain't no storyline for
I'm
real.
saying
Like,
Black Widow shooting
Who's the
that
nigga that did the Transformer movies? Michael Bay. All he does is blow shit up. in his
No,
movies.
Michael Bay, that's not cinema. That is some bullshit. You could tell they made that shit like inside one of them big ass set dome things. That's
they
not
just blow
cinema.
his shit up all day.
Avengers and all that shit is cinema. They be telling real stories. Niggas be going, it's 3 hours, it ain't rushing. Niggas be going hella different sets.
hey, did y'all think the Batman series was cinema? or
Yes,
not?
yes,
No,
cinema.
that's elite. That's
I'll take-
elite level
I'll take-
action heroes.
Give me,
Cinema.
bro. You honestly, you give me Christian Bale,
That's cinema.
Batman over anything Marvel personally.
Not over Iron Man.
Yeah, okay. Iron Man. Okay,
Black
Iron Man is the one
I won't lie
I
to
will agree
you.
with you with. But Dark Knight Rises, bro. Them like those are like top 2. And Batman Begins is badass as well, bro. It's like
I ain't gonna lie, the most
Hey,
recent Batman
that
I
shit was
thought
cold,
was beautiful.
bro. I like that
Yeah.
That's cinema.
that's some good ass.
Yeah,
cinema.
Like the soundtrack was beautiful. The actual
Cinema.
scenes that
Cinema.
you seen was beautiful. That shit was beautiful, bro. That was a beautiful movie.
Did y'all watch Stranger Things? Y'all seen the
Man, I
latest
love that shit.
season?
You caught up?
Man, I'm on season one.
No, I have not.
No, I'm
watched
still
it.
in the first, maybe
Oh
second
yeah,
season.
fire. You ain't. I'm trying to tell you the whole damn. You did.
Yeah,
Well,
nigga.
apparently they set a record for 7 billion minutes of viewing time. That shit is
Bro,
insane.
I kid
God
you not.
damn.
I don't care what nobody say, bro. Stranger Things is I ain't never seen a bad episode from Stranger Things. I've yet to see one.
You
They
feel
be,
me,
they
folks?
be going crazy. That
Hey,
should be freaky as hell.
Wait, you said 7 billion hours or
Yeah.
minutes?
7 billion hours. Or minutes. My bad.
Oh,
7 billion hours,
damn.
that's insane.
7
No,
billion
hours
hours.
would have
That's
been
insane.
crazy.
That would have been. Is that even possible?
Nah. That's like an hour for every person.
So the whole time, so motherfuckers talking all that shit about the money they put into that shit to pay
I
up.
told you they was getting it.
Yeah.
Nah, they episodes be
All
like
right,
that
so
too.
7
Like,
billion hours is over. Oh,
Minutes, 7 billion minutes.
Give me a second.
Niggas got
All right,
so
so
much-
7 billion
That's-
minutes is equivalent to 13,318.11 years. That's a lot of fucking time.
Damn.
They running the
fucking
fuck
damn.
up.
But what
The
don't
whole
they
time,
don't they spend like 30 billion? Not billion, 30 million an episode or something like that? I heard it's.
They
I heard
do,
it's
but I'm
insane.
What I never understood is how they make this money
Yeah.
back if there's no ads. Because even if I watch this, I already have Netflix. So you're not making additional money from it.
See, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Cause like, really, when you think about it, all these services are competing for your time. You feel me? They're competing to get your time, your viewing time. Music too, like everything that you consume is competing for your time. But I'm not too sure how they monetizing that outside of subscriptions.
Yeah.
Like, unless there's that many people just signing back up for this season specifically, I just don't see how that's like a working model.
How does Netflix make money? I'm gonna hit Google.
Yeah, that's a good Google. That's Googleable. How they make it?
How much money and blah blah blah. All right, so I mean, they have different subscription bases from $10 to $20 a month, but I still don't see how they're making money, honestly.
A lot of these companies aren't making money, and that kind of gets into another conversation about how all these jobs are laying off.
So I'm just reading just off a quick little like one-liners. Looking on Google. It says yes, Netflix rakes in nearly $1 billion every single month, putting the annual total revenue above $11 billion.
See, but revenue is irrelevant.
Revenue means nothing. They lost $185 billion in value as of May 23rd.
But back to what you were saying about these companies laying off hella jobs, but I just seen a video with Elon Musk was saying that the factory that they built in Austin, Texas is burning billions of dollars. Like literally, like it's not making no bread, bro. It's just running through capital.
How? Why though?
But like a lot of these
because there's hella people that's waiting that want Teslas but gotta like wait. Like Shorty has to if she orders her Tesla right now, it's not gonna be ready till next year, like September.
Yeah, it's months out.
I don't know. That's what he says.
Here's my question with that. So I was like I was looking at Aston Martin.
What's your
question? They
question?
talking about it take about 6 months or something to build. Why does it take longer for a Tesla to be built? And it's like it's not on the same level as a Aston Martin or a.
What if whole time all that shit is just fabricated?
It could be.
Like
It could
fake,
be.
like they just say, yeah, it's gonna take this long to do whatever. It's a waiting list, but what if it's not really a list? Like they just doing that to create hype.
It works too.
Product.
I mean,
But would you not just make more money just selling your shit how it's supposed to be?
But if
like,
you
just
do, you not feel more
'cause
exclusive when you have something that?
But the price isn't higher because it takes that much longer. It's still the same price.
But I'm saying the pre-orders allow you to predict revenue. If you know how many people are pre-ordered, now you can say, well, we already have this many orders. You can get funding just by saying, yo, we have this many people who want to buy. You see what I'm saying? All these people have already, so you can go to investors saying, yo, give us more money because we have such a high demand, even if that's not necessarily true, because you just not putting out product.
And since we on Tesla real quick,
you see what I'm saying?
How do y'all feel about like people spending like $100,000 on a car that they get and is defective, bro? Like you got gaps on the car, it's made cheaply. Like I don't want to ride no damn car. Spend $30,000 on this bullshit.
Shit is fucked up.
How y'all feel about luxury cars? Like basically creating a subscription model for additional features of your car that's built in. You see what I'm saying? Like if you don't buy
that's always been a thing to upgrade like the package of your car.
Yeah, it used to be like GPS back in the day.
Because like the base model of like the electric cars is still nice, but if you want all that extra shit, yeah, nigga, you paying for that.
No, you know what?
As the car dealership, why would I give you? It literally cost me money to.
The
put
one
that
thing
stuff
I
in
don't
there.
like though is that.
Does it?
But the one thing though,
does it?
Some of it is.
It be some like cheap cars that be having all the like nice little amenities in the car or whatnot. But like in a Mercedes or Benz or whatnot, you have to like pay a lot extra. I'll say a lot extra sometimes to get those same amenities. Even though obviously you're getting a higher class, I feel like that's probably where it offsets, because you're getting a higher class, higher like quality of equipment in the car. But still, why can't I have a nice like Apple CarPlay on my base model or something crazy like that?
Most of that shit is just software, bro. Like that's not really costing you shit, realistically.
I would only upgrade packages that are like performance packages and like shit like that.
Yeah, I can see that. I respect that.
Safely, a muffler on this shit.
You can say a muffler. That shit is not speeding you up.
Well, GTA do so.
Nah, dude, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit with the companies, bro, that shit is really tricky, bro. Like seeing how they trying to make bread, seeing how they trying to maneuver, bro. Like it's weird now that I can actually see it. Like before, I couldn't really see what was happening with the system that's making shit move, but now that I can see it, bro, it's like, man, they make it so hard to want to continue to do that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Wait, what did you mean?
it's like I feel like at this point you have to realize that all the money is in growing the business and not owning the business. If you can grow the business, like you get your money, you grow your bread, and then you get out. Because after you hit the rapid expansion, there's literally like only a handful of companies that have been able to sustain going globally, like expanding globally, and then holding that.
And realistically, a lot of them sustain it just because they purchase other companies that allow them to do different things.
Yeah, they swallowed all the competition up, pretty much. So it's like, then it's hella monopolies for pretty much every industry. The whole, I think they were saying like all of the media is owned by like 5 companies or some shit like that.
Definitely. MLB some anti-trust shit too. Everybody getting hit with no shit.
Because, I mean, all the shit that's monopolies felt like that shit crazy. It's crazy to think the media that you see is, just like you said, controlled by 5 people, bro. Like,
That's
all the
scary.
programming that you have is
What's
controlled
that
by the
company
same
that
people.
owns?
They literally
What's that
control
company
your
that
mind.
owns like all the companies in the world? Black what?
I ain't saying
Black
they ain't
something.
Black Rock. It's a couple, but
Yeah, BlackRock and Vanguard, they literally own the world, basically, essentially. Because BlackRock is funded by the Federal Reserve. They literally own the world.
That's a lot of.
And the Federal
Like,
Reserve is
imagine
every
being
major
like
country.
a CEO, president, or whatever of a company like that. It's like, you know how much power you have, like in your fingertips,
Bro, what's that nigga name? Jerome Powell, the chairman of the Federal Reserve. He literally controls the monetary system of every major company, every major country. Like every major country runs off the Federal Reserve. That one person runs. He is running the entire monetary system of this nation.
what you call it? They added up how much it costs to be U.S. president. You need $2 billion.
Shit.
Wow. You gotta sell your soul a lot of times.
So,
Every time. What president has not sold their soul?
Bro.
I'm saying you gotta sell that bitch multiple times just to become president once.
I'm saying even to just be a regular politician, bro, to be a congressman, to be a senator, you gotta sell your shit. You saw the senator, the female senator woman senator from Rhode Island shaking ass on Instagram trying to get votes.
Loud as hell.
I did not see that.
She was in a
Ass.
forearm stand shaking ass, bro, trying to get votes. In a bikini. In a bikini.
Shaking ass for votes
Hey, if that
is
motherfucker
crazy.
moving, y'all voted for him?
This nigga.
Be honest. Is there a quality ass shake that she can reach that she was like, okay, maybe I'll go for her?
Man.
No.
You canceled, bro. You canceled.
No.
Oh, no. I don't know if I want my senator shaking
It's
ass
a
on that.
possibility.
I don't know.
Why not?
It's a
Why not?
I do not want my
Why don't you want your local representative to match your demographic?
Now, if she was known to shake her ass before she became a politician, all right, that's one thing. Nah, she's shaking her ass strictly so you could vote for her. It's desperation.
I like to see that. You want it bad.
How bad you want it? How
This
bad
nigga's
do you want it?
crazy.
That's sick, but I don't think I want my senator doing that.
I mean,
That's
she was shaking that ass, bro. What's wrong with her shaking ass?
He said, "Shorty
Hey,
shaking
you
her
know
ass."
why I'm gonna stop you there? Because there are women out here right now trying to put themselves through law school,
Nice catch.
doctor school, medical school, all that shit. But you know what they gotta do right now? Shake that ass to pay for school, to save your
Right,
life
but
one day,
she
to
not-
get you out of jail one
paying for
day.
She's not paying for
Oh
school.
my God.
She didn't have a school.
I seen a clip on TikTok. This girl said she was fucking to put herself through college. So she had went to this party and she she had told dude like for $200 we can go upstairs. And he like, alright. She said she went up there, topped them, fucked them, all that. She said so she ended up like going into more OnlyFans role. And he had ended up finding her and messaging her on there and like, yo, you remember me? She's like, yeah. He's like, I really only paid you for you to give me a lap dance that night.
Wait, what?
She gave him the full servicing. And he said all he thought he was getting was a lap dance, and she just started going crazy on him. So let that be a lesson to the women out here: don't oversell yourself.
Wow.
Get to it, boy. Get to it.
Down. So for down to dude, all right.
We thought it was just
So-
in a private show.
In Mexico, 4 motherfuckers
Oh,
said to the
man.
booty club, right?
Yeah.
Dude, this
Oh,
a nasty,
man.
it's a nasty place down there, bro. They selling pussy for $50, bro. And it's like, bro, I don't even want no $50.
Was you tempted? Did you think about it?
I wasn't tempted. Because
they-
the thing is, one, if you selling pussy for $50, who knows how many nasty niggas done came in here with $50? But that's just disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, but two, I mean, I don't want to pay for no coochie no way. Like, that's just not what I'm into.
But at the end of the
type
day, you
shit.
still pay for coochie,
But-
though.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
always
exactly. We always paying for
anyway.
coochie. At the end of the day, it's just how we paying for it. They just like their money up front, dog. That's all it is.
It's the experience. It's the experience. It's the experience you get.
I don't like cheap coochie.
Yeah.
A certain je ne sais quoi with my coochie.
Folks outside tweaking. What is going on?
So like, it was $50 pussy in there, but like, was there some like $150
Right.
around?
Was there
like,
a range?
Did you
like
see the
some
$250 shorty like off to
It's
the
a
side?
nasty place. It's a nasty place, man, bro. It's
How
nasty.
did they even ask you? How did you find out that it was $50
Alright, so-
and that she had it on her?
So they'll be like, so first when you sitting down like on the floor, they'll walk up to you like, you want to dance? Like, it's innocent. You want to dance?
You
Blah,
said
blah, blah.
yeah to the dance.
They be like, yeah. They be like $15 for a dance. Okay,
You
boom.
paid the $15 for the dance.
I paid the 15 for a dance because I'm thinking, okay, okay, boom, whatever. You go upstairs. Then when you go upstairs, like the dances are like in these like it's like a not a
Oh,
stall.
so you paid for a lap dance?
No, I'm saying who doesn't get a dance at the booty club? Like,
I ain't mad
you know,
at you. I ain't mad at
dance?
you. I ain't mad at you.
You
But
in
you feel me?
Mexico too?
Like,
Go crazy.
Okay, but then this will get tricky. So then they be like, oh, so you getting the dance? Then they be like, sex?
So how did you find out
Happy
$50
ending?
from that? You said how much?
No,
He upped it.
I know it was $50.
Nah, and
I
you
know it was $50 because my Mexican guy
I
told me it
call
was
bullshit,
$50.
bro. I call clean bullshit.
Oh, yeah, he
Oh,
capping.
that ass.
He capping,
That
Your
ass.
Honor.
No, that ass. My Mexican guy told me it was $50.
Boy, your ass
That's
asked
how
for the
I knew
whole
that.
menu.
That's
Boy,
what
I
we
ain't
do.
even. I'm not hearing that shit.
No, I ain't
I
asking.
ain't hear it.
I couldn't even beat, bro. I would feel ashamed beating some $50, bro.
He laughing his head. He lying. So I wouldn't
That's
even
not
feel right.
That's not my tail, man. That's not
But you would hit the $50 top.
Okay, all right. Funny story. So, no. I didn't get nothing. I left there with my dick in my pants. I didn't never take my dick out. You feel me? But okay, this is really funny. So, because the thing is, I knew for a fact I didn't want to beat. And also I knew for a fact I was leaving with my dick in my pants. I knew that for sure. Like I knew I wasn't taking my shit out. But then I was just curious to know what she was gonna say. She was like, sex? I was like, no, suck dick. And she was like, huh? I was like,
He said,
Wait, bro.
If he
just
said
tried to-
yeah, if he said yeah, he was gonna let her, bro.
no, I wasn't, because
Yes,
I
you
knew
were,
I
bro.
was
Yes,
you
with
were.
my dick in my pants.
Nah.
Stop
I
the
knew
cat.
that. I already made my mind up.
Hey, the listeners know.
Already
Bro.
was.
The listeners know, bro.
I already made my
Hey,
mind up, bro.
you see how you tried to leave that part out of the story at first.
No, I didn't try to leave it out. It was just funny. You feel me? Like, and then, but it ended because I was like, I was like, no sex. You feel me? And then she started putting her shit back on, and we did. You see what I'm saying? But I couldn't fall for
She
it. I
started,
know.
wait, pause.
Did she swallow?
She started putting her shit back on.
Yeah, you know, she a stripper, boy. Like, if you get a dance, the stripper strips. You paid to get a dance for the stripper to strip. Is that not what you paid to get?
Usually the stripper
ain't
is
like
already
strip,
stripped.
though.
Right?
Okay, it's more to the story,
Exactly.
Joshua.
Yeah, we gotta move on. But it's definitely some other stories, man. Maybe on a Patreon episode, we might get deeper into this.
Oh, shit.
No pun intended.
She said sex. I said no. She put her shit back on. Like, easy fix.
Yeah, all right.
No suck dick.
Nice.
Fuck it,
We get to some slightly serious shit. Brittney Griner pleaded guilty I think they're gonna reach a plea agreement. She could face up to 10 years in a Russian federal prison.
I mean, it's fucked up.
That's
100%.
God
But-
damn.
I just feel like Russia's just on bullshit, bro. Like, number one, y'all be getting caught every fucking year for using some type of drugs in any fucking sporting event. Like, and y'all trying to hold my whole big dog down because he has some weed on her. I get the game they trying to play though. They want something back in return, so I do the same thing.
Yeah, no, because at first,
they down bad.
At first they tried to do a prisoner exchange, and the prisoner that they wanted for her was like they top arms dealer that the U.S. caught.
We not doing that shit.
She like Brittney gonna have to she gonna have to tough it out like a G for 10 years if they thought they was gonna get that back, bro. It's not gonna happen.
I seen niggas on the timeline saying if this was LeBron James, he would have been back over here already.
Yes.
Y'all believe this is true?
Yes, he would have. He's fucking LeBron. When you make $40 million just for the NBA alone,
They'll find a way. But again, bro, like
you make more than $40 million. His contract is $40 million. So
the money
he making billions.
generates.
Realistically, he probably making billions because of the amount of advertisement that they use. He's probably making billions.
The amount of money he makes for the United States is probably insane. These companies within the United States is probably insane, bro.
Damn.
Yeah,
Hey,
the amount of advertisement they getting off him.
Did Brittney Griner win a U.S. medal, a gold medal for the Olympic team or something?
I'm pretty sure she did because the girls.
They might have
done.
though.
The women don't.
I was just asking. I'm just because I'm from talking about shit. Like, hey, LeBron won us a gold medal. I don't know.
You fucking stupid, bro.
Nah, but prayers for her to get back. It's just some crazy shit. So there was a shooting, for y'all that don't know, in Highland Park, Illinois, which is like a suburb of Chicago. If you're not from Chicago, there was a shooting in Highland Park. I think I don't want to misquote it. Like 6 people died. 6 to 8 people. About 6 to 8 people died. I think a couple other people were hurt. I don't really read into these stories because this shit just happens too much. This shit is traumatizing to read.
It's always the whites, bro. It's always the whites people.
But apparently, the dude that did it had told his dad months prior, like, I'm gonna kill everybody when I get a gun, and then his dad proceeded to get him a gun after that.
It's a lot of issues. Number one, power and wealth is the reason why a lot of these gun laws won't get passed. Number one. Number two, why the fuck do people have? This is the reason with America, and the reason what's wrong with certain demographics, because people fantasize about serial killers. What is the number one thing that's always on Netflix, Hulu, whatever you're watching? Fucking documentaries on serial killers. I don't want to watch that shit, boy. I don't give a fuck about you trying to like. I don't want to know what's going through your mind personally. Like I don't want to hear these horror stories of your victims and shit, bro.
Do y'all think that the nature of the video games that kids play now play a part in that? Like,
bro.
This has been American culture since like the revolution was to have guns and all that kind of shit, and that's why I feel like it's kind of
an English culture too.
It's like an inherent issue that's built into America because it's like, on one hand, probably nobody should be walking around with guns and shit like that, but on the other hand, like we seen how America treats people, so like how can I tell another black man that like he shouldn't keep a gun in case this shit goes like it's crazy.
I see it from another perspective,
especially with how militarized the government is.
Right, I see it from another perspective because it's like other countries, bro, that don't have guns. Like, there's no way for the lower class to stand up against what's happening. But there's no way for them to stop it. There's no way for them to really revolt because all you doing is just protesting. Like, there's no way to actually make them feel it. You know what I'm saying?
In the countries that people often go to that have low gun violence, there's not that much mixing of races.
That's also true. And you gotta think about it. Like number one, U.S. is already segregated, but then when you really deep dive into some of these cities, they are extremely segregated, just like Chicago and shit like that as well. Though, you know how many different what towns we got? We got like little Italy. We got the blacks over there. You got the whites over there. It's like you can't go into certain communities, bro, at all.
Yeah, and then you get to talking like about places where there isn't violence, like Sweden and all these kind of places. The only thing in Sweden is white Swedish
and
people.
like 2 2 to 10% black or minority.
Yeah, so you saying that the melting pot is really not necessarily
the melting pot allows for a lot of hateful propaganda and divisiveness to be spread, which in turn ends up fueling people that do mass shootings.
And then also people do get a lot of their information from a lot of those people who are committing these mass shootings usually get their information from very similar sources as well that help promote those thinkings and whatnot. And
the rhetoric, if you will.
Usually when you look at these mug shots or whatever pictures they have of these shooters, they all look very, very similar. Of color, of posture, of tattoos, of how they think, how they talk, how they eat, all of that, bro. It's people are conditioned to do this shit, bro.
Be hateful.
Yeah. The information that they getting is all the same. They live in like a rabbit hole. They live literally in a rabbit hole of just hatred.
Yeah, it's like they're basically telling them your shit is fucked up because the Mexicans that are illegal are getting all your shit. So of course, if I'm sitting in the crib hungry and all I hear all day on the news is you not eating because they got your shit, they eating what you supposed to be eating. You finna hate that
you know
person.
what I hate about that part the most? Because bro, you're mad. All right, we're going to just use Mexicans, for example. You're mad because they're taking a job that you weren't going to do. And now they're making money off of that.
Really,
and now what? You're going to go do that job and you're going to hate it and complain. And then what? You're back to square one.
Right. You wasn't going to do that. A lot of the shit that they mad about is something you wasn't even going to do to begin with. Like, that wasn't even on your radar screen to begin with. Realistically, you mad because the place that you live don't have opportunities. That's really why you mad.
I agree with
that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's because the rich people are extracting the wealth from your community.
From your community.
And they're telling you that the other people are taking it.
And they're limiting the information that you have. They're crafting the information that you have to hate somebody else.
Because I feel like the power of hatred outdoes everything, bro. If you hate someone that much, bro, they can be the best person on the world. They can be whatever. It doesn't matter. They could be benefiting you for all that matters. But if you hate them, it's like you're so tunnel vision. You're so one minded. Whatever. It's like I don't know.
Fuck Derek Chauvin. He got 20 years in the feds for killing George Floyd and fucking with a kid. Fuck him.
Wait,
beat his ass. I don't know if he was
what?
not literally fucking a kid, but something with a kid of abusing police power.
Shit,
so I hope they beat his ass every day in there. Fuck him.
That's some fuck shit.
No doubt.
Bro.
Stop. It's 2022. Stop being racist, guys. Stop it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Just give it up. That shit must be. That shit has to be heavy on the heart,
bro. Imagine
damn.
waking up every morning and you I fucking hate niggers, bro. I'm gonna make their life a living hell, bro.
Fam, do not say that no more.
You can't say that no more. You can't say that.
Wait, we can't say that no more.
We can. We are black. We can say whatever we want, but
we can't put it on the talk.
Not the ER.
Yeah.
You can't say the ER.
Niggas, I hate.
No, that's
there we go.
Quotations
behind it. Yeah, I love niggas. Pause.
To live your life in hatred, bro. To live your life in negativity, bro. You only gonna continue to get more of that.
Imagine you just seeing a white person walking down the street and that shirt says, "I love niggas." Would you say something to them?
What you gonna say when I walked up to?
I just laughed.
What you say when I walked up to you and said, "My brother from another mother"? What you say?
Get your ass back. I was saying, get your ass back.
You got the right to treat the fuck out.
You talking about you might as well call me a jive.
What's up, jive?
My brother from another mother. Crazy.
No.
Oh shit.
Y'all gotta tell me how you feel about this. This is some crazy shit. New York passed a bill that requires if you want to get a gun, that they have to review your social media.
Well, if I don't got social media. Well, if I lie, and I
No,
don't
low
have social
key.
media. I forgot my password.
But that's the thing. But no, that's the thing though, because that makes more sense. Because a lot of times the shit that the people who be doing those mass killings, they talking about that on their social media accounts. Your social media account is literally your brain.
Okay,
Just in
I'm gonna stop
physical
you
form.
there. I'm gonna stop you there. I'm gonna stop you there.
Yeah.
All right. What? All right. Wait.
It is.
Wait. What social media though? What
Hello?
social
Hello?
media? Because you could be on a whole some dark net social media. They don't have no clue about that. So if you're talking Instagram, Facebook, whatever, you can be as like clean or whistle as possible. You can be on a whole different type of social media that they're not checking for, and you're saying the wildest of the wild.
Discord, motherfuckers being them
Exactly.
Discord channels acting bad.
So then what? Okay, you got my other social media, but you don't got my real social media.
I feel like it's a slippery slope for black people that are gonna have to go through that.
Yeah.
Where you're now going to have 12 deeply investigating your Instagram or Twitter page and marking you as a threat potentially because of something you said on your Twitter page that they might not understand as a white person observing you tweet about black culture.
No, I agree with you 100%. But I'm still talking about is your social media not your brain in physical form? Because the shit you liking, that's you. The shit you posting, that's you. You like that shit.
This whole burner and troll accounts.
Yeah.
Again, that's you. You want to have certain type of feelings put out, but you don't want people to know it's you.
No,
it's you saying
there's
it.
troll accounts that don't insult or like mess with people. They just say funny troll shit like the Onion type shit.
But I'm saying if you was one of them people who had a burner account saying, "Yo, I hate this people. I want to kill these people." Is that not you?
But what if I run the Onion? Is that me?
I'm not talking about a massive page.
What if I just try and ratio niggas under their posts?
I'm talking about your specific.
What if one of the niggas post saying, "Why be better"?
Yeah, maybe talking about LeBron. Maybe not some LeBron James. Yeah, all three copy and paste.
That should be funny as hell.
Talking about little brick James.
No, they be coming up with some funny shit.
Oh God, I swear to God. But no, I don't know. I don't agree with that brain shit.
I don't know. I feel like that's the shit you like. The shit. It's the same way as the shit you Google, bro. They collecting all that data as you. That's your brain. That's your brain thought.
Shit, 9/11, the reason that's.
Yo, I seen some crazy shit about 9/11, bro. Okay, apparently the dude who owns those buildings
Had an insurance policy.
Yeah,
you late as hell. We learned about that shit in 2016.
Bro, but I said that shit crazy. But then he just a nigga who was at work every day. Like he's known for being here every day. Just don't show up this one specific day.
I ain't coming today. Fuck that. I heard the plane was
yeah.
And then you sue American Airlines for hitting your shit.
I had a dream.
And then the basement explodes and nobody in the okay. No.
Yeah.
You asking the wrong questions to the wrong people, brother. Right questions to the wrong people.
Right questions. If you,
I don't even think you want to ask the right people.
Those type of questions that
Yep.
get you killed.
Yeah.
You was a
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I do not know this
I
man.
know. So I'll switch topic real quick. I kind of want to hop on this crypto queen, dog, to talk about that because
yeah. Go ahead, break it down.
because
What happened with
all
her?
right, Shorty pretty much ran out. She hit a Ponzi scheme. She cold for this one. $4 billion. Her Ponzi scheme made it look like it was cryptocurrency or whatnot, and people were buying into it and all of that good stuff. Long story short is she ran off of $4 billion, and now she's on the FBI's most wanted top 10. And on top of that,
Yeah,
she's
funny.
the only woman on the FBI's most wanted top 10 list.
That's my trap queen.
My security guard got finessed by her, bro. My building. He said she ran out $50K of his money. That's why you have to be a security guard. I'm like, damn.
What the fuck?
Nah, that's
what are the
crazy.
odds?
That's ironic as hell. Right?
Damn,
Hell no.
That nigga was sick, bro.
What was her script?
Man.
What?
They thought they were buying a coin. She had a coin. It was called OneCoin. It was based out of Bulgaria. Her name is Ruha Ignatova.
She caught with it.
Sound like
They-
Scarlet Witch.
So basically, she took all her money. They thought they were getting the coin. The value was going up, and then she just pulled it all out.
She was
Hard.
they were closing in on her. They knew she was boarding a plane from Bulgaria, if I'm pronouncing that correct, I think I am, to Germany And then as soon as like she got on that plane, she's never been seen since. And it's been over.
It's known as one of the biggest scams in history.
It's crazy, dog. So with that being said, you're gone. You've been missing for like 4 or 5 years, whatever the case may be. All right. Do you think people like that are like literally off the face of the planet, or they're dead?
She's off the face of the planet.
Because they were saying like she
dead.
probably. They were saying she changed her appearance.
I would change my face,
everything.
like identity. She's a whole different person somewhere right now.
Because you have to be, because technology is so good. They'll be able to like your facial features or whatnot. They'll be able to track that off of the cameras and all of that stuff. So if you pop up once,
y'all remember Fast and Furious?
You say what?
She might as well cut. If I was her, I would have cut my hair, got my boobs taken out, and I would just presented myself as a man from there on out.
Got the boobs.
That's kind of extreme.
No cap. Get testosterone pills.
It's $4 billion.
All right, here's the question. All right, here's my next question. So, I know for a fact that they were saying she had at least 500 mil on her when she dipped off. So, with that being said, like if y'all would have hit like a $4 billion Ponzi scheme, like, what are y'all doing? Like, how much money are you taking, and what are you doing with this?
Wait, what is she?
As much
even
as I
need
can, I'm getting an
500
estate somewhere, and I'm changing my identity.
I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing, nigga. I'm putting all that bread in a Swiss bank account under a few different trusts that I'm the beneficiary of, that nobody knows who's the owner of this trust. And then I'm buying I'm buying an island. And I'm
all right, so what are you doing? All right, so
I told them I would get my titties taken out, and I'll cut my hair and present myself as a man.
All right, so what is the other way around? What if you was a man, and so you getting titties and all of that stuff?
I am getting a mangina.
No, I'm not getting my dick cut off. But for $4 billion, would you get some titties and wear a wig?
I couldn't.
And be a lady boy?
For $4 billion.
Because how else are you gonna disappear?
Right, how about them little niggas? How about them little niggas from Africa? Right, them 2 brothers, and they ran off with what is it? They ran off with like a nice little joint, it was.
A lot of people ran off
like a billion or something. It was something crazy. And then, okay, here's my next question. Then, all right, with her, she had family or whatnot. Could y'all feel like I wouldn't know how I would feel if I know I just scammed $4 billion and I have a family that I love, type shit. Like you.
What you mean?
You bring them on. But you know how hard it is. But you have to now. You have to worry about X amount of people that can't blow your spot.
Only 1 or 2 people come with me. The rest of y'all, you gonna get some bread. You gonna be
okay. Respect.
You gonna see me when you see me, because
I'll do some bread off of your crypto wallet.
So how lonely? How lonely has that have to feel? You got to be on the go you got to always look over your shoulder. You always got to be on the go.
I'd rather be looking over my shoulder with $4 billion than looking over my shoulder broke sale.
Hey, I love that.
Motherfuckers is looking over their
I'll take the $4 billion and do it.
Oh God! Y'all heard about the Kia boys in Milwaukee?
What they did?
Apparently, the Kias have some way they can get hot wired, where if you leave a charger inside of a Kia, they break this shit off, and then they can put the end of the iPhone charger in there and turn your car on, and they just be whipping them bitches trying to drift around corners, like just driving down the street, swerving back and forth, and they don't give a fuck because it's only.
Is that the same video where bro was like, what is it?
You should have had insurance. They be like, he was like, you don't feel bad about stealing this shit? And they was like, well, if you have insurance, they're gonna give you another one. He's like, well, what if you have insurance? He was like, well, that's illegal. You should have insurance then.
That shit crazy as hell, bro. Do they still do cops still do bait cars and whatnot? I remember back in the day they had all them TV shows of bait cars. They'd be unlocked and
That's just so dumb.
What you saying?
That's just so dumb. Like, car running, you know they be on that around here. Why you just gonna hop in?
That shit happened to my cousin when I was in high school. He left his shit running outside my crib, and he came up to use the bathroom, and he went back downstairs. His shit was gone.
They saw this still, bro. Love other shit.
They saw my brother shit right in front of the crib, bro. 5 in the morning.
You left that. You can't leave that shit. You can't leave your car warming up, nigga. Somebody walk past like, what the fuck?
At 5 a.m. and it's snowing, folks.
Nigga said, yeah, I got to ride now.
It wasn't long ago they did like a bait truck with shoes or something in Chicago, right?
Oh yeah,
that?
I remember that. Yeah, they had put a bait like semi like truck that was like open and it had hella shoes in the back in a poor neighborhood to like see who would go.
See,
steal
that
out
be-
there.
Don't they be doing that with the trains too? They be doing that with the trains and shit too.
Nah, niggas be getting good off the trains.
Real good off the trains.
I'm saying, think about it, G. It's a train full of guns. You just stop this bitch in the hood. You don't think
They be
somebody
doing
gonna
what they doing,
hop on
bro.
that? They stay doing it.
The government
stay doing
knows
that
what they
shit.
doing.
You gotta feed the
Got
streets. Where do you think these switches coming from?
Yeah, apparently the Swiss lady in the city just got 100 years, so they got her.
The switch lady.
He was making switches. He was making people shit a switch. Like she was the one who was making them.
That's hot.
They just got-
Wow.
they just got-
ATF come right in your door with a flashbang.
How can they even fucking pin that
Hey, what's your
down?
reaction? You got motherfuckers coming in and busting your shit down.
Because what? All it takes is one motherfucker to get pulled over with a switch. That's 30 years if you get caught with a switch on your gun. So you taking 30 years or you switch? Some niggas gonna snitch on the switch lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got a switch, you might as well go. You might as well go on a high speed and try and get that bitch off and throw it somewhere.
That 30 tough. I ain't gonna hold you. That's G.
I'd rather die than 30 years in prison. I ain't gonna
It's
lie
crazy
to you.
to say, bro.
Yeah.
Even 5 years is a lot, but so much change in 5 years, bro. To say I just lost 5 years of my life.
Shit,
right there.
a lot changes in
Like,
8 years. Let alone 5 years, let alone
Yeah.
30 years, bro. Yeah, you're gonna have to catch me.
30,
bro.
30 years. We gonna. You ever seen what's that shit? Takers. How that shit ended? Yeah, we
They,
going down
they
like
all
that.
went down too, boy. I'm gonna have to
Stood
go
up.
down.
You gonna have to stood
Yeah,
up.
bro. I can't do no 30. Cause what am I now? I'm 25, bro. I won't get out until I'm 55.
You 55,
bro.
bro. The world is gonna be different, bro.
Bro, no.
You in there for longer than your own lifetime. That's wild as shit.
That should be wild.
Like you lived a whole nother lifetime, bro. That jail shit is so scary, bro. Like I was just like in Arizona because we drove to Ensenada from Phoenix. You feel me? So
The prison be in
like,
the middle of nowhere.
Bro, prison in the middle of nowhere, and it's nothing but straight lines. Like the entire shit is just straight lines, bro. Like it felt creepy just being over there, bro. Like you in the middle of the desert, bro. That shit just felt so.
So since we on this topic real quick, so how do y'all like? So when people get like sentenced to jail, like you got lifetime, and then you got 20 years on top of that lifetime sentence. So like, what happens after you die? Like your soul stays in jail or something? I'm like, how does this all work? Like, why do they give you time after life? Like,
Because life is technically like 25
didn't
years
know
or
that.
some shit like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they trying to make sure you never leave this motherfucker.
We're not going home. That's basically what they're saying.
You're dying here. That's what they tell me.
Insane, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm trying everything to escape, but I don't give a fuck. Fuck it.
I'm gonna try as many times as possible.
Many times as possible.
So
fuck
is that
it.
R. Kelly shit real of him trying to escape?
That was fake news. Fake news.
That shit, dude.
I ain't got shit better to do but escape. Fuck it.
A part of me wishes it
A
was
part
real.
of me wish it was.
Not because I fuck with him, just because that'd be.
That's
funny
some
as fuck.
good. That's some good content right there. Like this nigga like escaped under the jail. Everyone would say, "Put this nigga under the jail," and now this nigga escaped under the jail.
I was under there, bitch, and I made it out.
Damn, what if he put out a mixtape while on the run, folks?
Nah, I heard some shit. They said apparently they've been beating his ass and they pissed on him all type of shit.
Good. Fuck him.
Yeah, he on like suicide watch right now. Or something
I mean,
I hope they beat his ass every day.
and doing all that pedo shit and all that rape.
That
and
nigga
shit,
needs
but
some
yeah.
therapy, man.
Fuck that. He should have went to therapy when he
Nah,
was a
fuck
kid.
him. His ass need to die.
Ah,
His
man,
ass
look,
need to
look. He
die.
need his ass beat, but he needs some therapy too, folks.
Fuck no.
No.
That nigga got some trauma.
I don't like how it was so many people who are complicit in him doing that, and nothing happened to them. Like, bro, the manager should be in there. Some of the parents need to be in there because they was paying them to get him their kids.
I think the parent,
they probably-
parents don't take enough blame too, though. Like
parents
what?
nasty.
Like,
He's
all right,
definitely selling
you
their
tell
kids.
me, what parent is gonna let their little little daughter fucking go to a grown ass man's house alone, and he already has allegations.
For years, he's had allegations for years.
What you got to say? You literally are pimping your kid out to maybe get put on. Maybe.
Look what
That's what
money
I'm
make
saying,
a bitch do.
It was so many people who was
shit.
complicit in that shit, bro. It was for anything of that scale to happen, bro. It's so many people who have to be complicit and just turning a blind eye or watching it happen and not saying nothing. Like it's so many people who have to allow that to happen for it to get to that type of scale.
They probably just got plea deals so they could get R. Kelly.
I was thinking that same thing.
I can see that.
Fuck that nigga. I ain't got no more topics left.
I'm out.
We got to a lot of shit today.
All right, y'all.
Throw your H's
Appreciate
up.
y'all for listening to
Wait,
the pod,
hold on.
If you made
Jermaine,
it this far,
hold
what they
on.
commenting?
Jermaine, what's the phrase that what's our phrase? You are a special guest.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, leave us off with a nice little phrase. What should the people comment? What should the people do?
Or if you got some shit to promote,
Boom.
you can do that too.
Oh, bro, get your
Get
shit off.
Man, I ain't got shit to promote for real.
Yes, he do. He got a DJ mix. He also makes the art that you see in the back behind them.
Man, Quake got one on his wall though. That's the first person I sent on me.
Yeah, I got a couple.
That's her. Oh, bro, you got two on.
I got three.
You got three. Oh, bro. Man, so what I say to the people?
Yeah, get your shit off. This your chance to get your shit off right now.
Man, drop your socials.
Drop my socials. Pejamain, PEJ.